Hi, it's Tamsin here at Beginners Quilting Hub. It's time for Quilt Tube. This is episode number 2. This week hasn't been as productive as last week because it's only half a week. So I'm filming this just before we go on Friday. We fly the early hours of tomorrow. So I'm filming this having only had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I wanted to show you a few things that I've been working on in terms of English paper piecing and also this kind of mystery project that I had on the go with Missouri Star. So let's start with the English paper piecing. So one of the things that I've got as a long-term project is this sampler quilt from Alice Caroline. So it's called Alice's Wonderland sampler quilt, and it's 100 quilt blocks using Liberty fabrics. It's a mixture of English paper piecing. I'll show you some photos of the quilt without breaking the book. The reason this book looks a bit fat is because I've actually cut quite a few of the fabrics. Isn't that gorgeous? So Alice offered the book plus 100 different fabrics as like a giant kit. I didn't buy that because I do actually have a lot of Liberty fabrics. Her idea was that it's all sewn with Tana Lawn fabrics, but that was a little bit out of my budget. So I've done a mixture of the two. The English paper piecing blocks, I'm using Tana Lawn where I can. I'm mixing in some cotton where I can. And all the piece blocks are mainly with quilting cotton. So I have done, there's 100 blocks. I think I've done maybe 40, but I'm not rushing on this one. This is a long-term project. I just dip in and out. I collect fabric when I go to different shows. This is some of the Tana Lawns that I've picked up. When I go to any of the quilt shows, if Alice Caroline has any of her stalls there, I go and kind of grab any scrappy bits that she's got so that I can just kind of keep adding to it. You know, it's not fully kitted out at all yet. Just kind of collect them at shows. You know, there might just be odd bits like this that are there. Alice Caroline very often does like little scrappy sales so that you can just pick up like a piece like this for £1, which it is expensive, but it's a cheaper way of doing it than needing to buy big cuts. And, you know, for £10, I can get 10 different offcuts of fabric to use in, I love this one, to use in the quilt. I've got these as well, which are cute, like a pastel-y colours. So I've got these Tana Lawns and I'm using these for the English paper piecing blocks. And then I've got all of my Liberty fabrics to pick from the main blocks. So I keep all of my blocks in here. This is my stack of blocks. I'm not going to show them all to you because we'll be here all day, but I thought I'd just show you the ones that I finished this week. So this one, some of you that have been here a while might recognise this one. I actually started this when we were in France last summer, and I made all of the English paper piecing and then kind of basted it onto the background, just never got around to sewing it down. So I finally appliqued this onto the background fabric. So that one's done. And I finished these teeny tiny little pieces and finished putting this one together. So I just need to glue all the little dog ears down and then again add this to its background square. So I've got some done this week. I'll show you a couple of the blocks, a couple of my favourites. This one. So this really showcases the Liberty fabrics, and this is my absolute favourite, log cabin. And this was done using a slightly different method to what I traditionally do my log cabins with, but I liked it and it gave really good results. And those colours, hopefully you can appreciate the colours. I'm just doing my own colours, so I'm not following her guide, but in her book she does guide you and show you what fabrics to use for which one. But I'm just picking out combinations that I like using the same background fabrics and yeah, just doing it how I like. So there's a real cute assortment. So this one I actually used Tana Lawn fabrics because I just really wanted to use that red, but yeah. And then there's a mixture also of what she does as raw edge applique, but I'm not a fan of raw edge applique, so I'm going to do needle turn. So this one here slid down a bit. So basically there's 2 hearts that are just cut out of the fabric, and then I'm going to needle turn. I've done this edge here. But yeah, so that'll be needle turn. And there's a whole section in the book of needle turn. Then there's a whole section of English paper piece blocks. So these are the ones that I've done. Oh, drop that one. Is that cute, that one? I love this one. Really simple, but super effective. And this is my favourite one so far. Like a sun ray. And then, yeah, we've got lots of other blocks. So I've done quite a few, and this week I was pleased to get a couple more ticked off. What I've done in the book is, because I like to kind of work in batches, I've picked maybe 5 or 6 patterns. I am doing them in order. And then I've cut the fabrics from them and put them into the pages. So this is why the book looks a bit of a weird shape, because it's actually got the fabrics that I've cut inside. And some of them I've actually started to piece. So that's kind of how I do it. I sit and prep maybe 5 to 10 blocks, put them all into the pages, and then when I sit down to sew, I can kind of batch a whole load. And then when they're done, they get kept in this box. But yeah, this is a project purely for me, just for me to enjoy and actually have kind of like an heirloom Liberty quilt that I've sewn. So that is my Alice Caroline quilt. I love that quilt, but it is going to be, you know, I anticipate that being kind of in my whip pile for at least 2 or 3 years. It's been in there for well over a year already. The second thing I was going to show you this week is the project that I've been working on for Missouri Star. So Missouri Star, and I think by the time this video comes out, which will be on the Wednesday, this was launching at the end of April. So it's kind of been mentioned on their website already, but I'm not sure how much they've put out on the socials or whether they've used any of our content yet as creators. But they basically sent us this. It's kind of like a big, well, it's very similar to the red bag that you'll have seen me with all of my hand piecing stuff in. And it's got a zip all the way around. It's got this gorgeous handle, which you can actually remove. So if you don't want it on your, you know, if you're working in the car on your lap and you just want to get rid of this, it's got a nice big pocket in the front and a nice big zipper pocket in the back. So you can kind of hide all your secrets in there. And then it opens up and it's a full beginner kit. Not a kit, it's a full beginner's kind of project bag with everything you need to get you started with English paper piecing. So let me show you what's inside. So there's a beginner's guide inside, which shows you how to make this pattern, how to make these patterns, how to do them, how to glue based and stitch based, and then how to join your pieces together, and then some project ideas. It comes with these cute little zipper pouches. And we were basically told to use our inspiration and creativity and create something with this kit. Shows you what's inside. So you get stacks of templates. So we got these jewel templates. These are quite big, these ones, and they go with the larger hexagons in one pack. In another pack, we got some little triangles and some diamonds, and then you get these needles, needle threader, and this really cute, take this out and show you, needle minder, which I love. It's so cute. Let's take it out and show you. So it's made with gold. It says Missouri Star. Oh, there's me. Missouri Star Quilt Company, and then it's just adorable. We've got that. And you've got the little shapes, and then you also get, there was some needles, but I think I've taken them out. Thread if you want to do thread basting, and glue if you want to do glue basting. Now this is the Missouri Star glue stick. I have always used Sewline, and this is always the one that I've recommended, but I wanted to give it a go, and actually this was actually really good. It was really good as an alternative to this very expensive Sewline. The only thing about this one is it does run out quickly. You'll see in a minute when I show you the project, this is how much glue I used making that. It is quite messy, but it is a really good alternative, and actually it's definitely worth having in your kind of arsenal. The thing about the Sewline that I like is that the tip is so small, so you can get into those kind of tiny shapes. And it also came with this really cute little turntable, little cutting board, or I used mine for when I was glue basting, just kind of glue, pivot, glue, pivot. So that was really sweet as well. So what I've added into this is my Soline glue pen and also some clips, because I use these when I'm doing English paper piecing. But the pack comes with loads of little pockets. You've got a zip pocket here that you can add bits in. You've got little bits and pieces here, and then you can obviously put your blocks in the bottom of here. It's got a little strap, a bit like a suitcase strap, so that if you want to put your blocks in the bottom you can. And then it's got a hard base, which actually is removable as well, so you've got a little hard base that you can use there as well. So it's a really good kit. So Missouri Star asked us to make something with this and create some content for them to use on social media and kind of their promotions and everything. So I took great joy. Now, when I looked at this bag, immediately this centerpiece here, I was like, that's amazing. I would love to create this as a quilt using Liberty fabric. You know, being one of their UK affiliates, let's use some fabric that's from here. So I created this. Oh, you also get a tote bag in the kit for you to really have a go at making something. So I created this. So this is all using fussy cutting techniques. So each of these blue blocks is the same. So it features the little hummingbird and the flowers, and they're all the same going round, and then different Liberty fabrics. So this is what I created. As you can see, it is the center shape, but made with my own fabric choices. And this was so much fun to make. So I used the glue basting method, and I did use the glue. So I managed to glue all of these down using the glue pen, and then join them all together using the traditional English paper piecing joining method, where you fold them back to back, stitch them down, and then unfold them, and then remove the templates as you go to create this shape. And then I've applique stitched this onto the bag. So what do you think? Cute? I love it, and I'm going to take this on with me when I go to Missouri. So this was what I created for Missouri Star. So they're hopefully you'll see this appearing on their socials at some point over the next couple of weeks, with the reel and the content that I created for them. So that was the kind of secret project that was going on in the background. And I really enjoyed working with that. It's a really good kit, actually. I'm going to turn that into my English paper piecing specific project bag, and then this bag will become hand sewing overall, so different bits and pieces, but we'll probably have a different project in each bag. You know how it goes. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on this week. Holiday prep. I have prepped, what have I prepped? I have prepped a long, half of that one went on the floor, a long panel here. So I've cut this out, and I've added the embroidery, the stabilizer on the back. So I'm going to be taking one of these with me to the States. I've got my little hexagon pincushion kit that I'm going to be taking with me as well. So those two are ready to go. I just need to pop them into little pouches, and they'll be ready to go. And I think I'm also going to prepare one of the smaller stitcheries from the Arabella quilt as well. So I've got a big one and a smaller one, and get all the flosses and everything put into a pack. So I'll have English paper piecing to do, a little bit of hand sewing to do. Yeah. The other thing that's coming out on my website this week is a blog, and it's an in-depth blog. It's all about helping beginners learn how to read quilt patterns. I know it can be daunting, definitely. The way that I write my patterns is I write them specifically for beginners. So if you've never made a quilt before, if you've never made a quilt block before, the goal is that any pattern of mine that you choose, you can pick up and follow it step by step with all the pictures and everything you need, cut your fabric, make your blocks, and it will teach you exactly what to do every step of the way. But not all patterns are written like that. Some patterns are written with an expectation that you know how to do certain things. And yeah, so this is a kind of beginner's guide to reading quilt patterns and also choosing quilt patterns, kind of what level you're at, what to choose, what to look for, and then how to approach a pattern when you're first looking at them. So hopefully you'll find that helpful, and I'll pop the link to that blog in the description box below. But yeah, so that's it. So not loads of work this week, lots of excitement though, ready for the flight tomorrow. Yeah, so when you'll see me next, I will be back. I will hopefully have a suntan because I'm hoping the weather's going to be nice in America. We've just had a lovely week here in the UK, so let's hope that we're going to fly over and have a lovely week in the US. I'm going to come back with loads of shopping bags, and my wallet and my bank account is going to be crying, but I don't care, and loads to show you. So my next video will probably be more of a haul video because I won't have done much, and I can show you any stitching that I managed to get done on the plane. My husband seems to think that I'm going to sleep the whole way there and back. I don't know what he means, just because I love a good nap. But I'm planning on getting some sewing done as well. We can't go on a trip to America around quilt shops and fabric and not be inspired to do any sewing. So I will take some with me. But for now, I will say goodbye. Thanks for joining me for Quilt Tube number 2. Let me know down below, have you enjoyed watching this? And wish me safe travels. And I'll see you when I get back. Take care.